The democratic movement is not only a form of the decay of political organization, but a form of the decay, namely the diminution of man, making him mediocre and therefore lowering his value. We open in a class at Esquire College about equality of man versus heroes. The class is called Beyond Good and Evil. Do we still need heroes? Welcome back to the Paint Pendulum. It is Sunday night. Last week, the Quintex arrived at Esquire College. Things happened. People were seen. People were healed. People were bashed in the head. Take it away, Quintex.
Wow.
Take it away.
Well, this class is almost as interesting as the class on the ship. Whether the ship is the same or is it a different ship after 50 years of maintenance? Thought-provoking.
It's still the same ship, Duke.
Yes, in some ways, yes. But these questions aren't simple to answer. That's why they're so thought-provoking.
I'm happy we're in class, Duke. You know what, Duke? When was the last time that you sat down at a desk and had class? What has that been, like 100 years ago? This is like groundbreaking history.
Well, in Maitreya, we only went to school for 3 years.
Only 3 years? Wow.
Yes, there was.
I've learned a lot in 3 years, Duke.
Yes. Well, certain members continue on. They evaluate you very early. And any little mistake will just get you sent straight to sanitation. Or they called it sanitation then. Now it's called resource recovery.
Political rulers stand decidedly higher in the order of rank than the ruled. But those who are free of the need to be commanded, as well as the need to command others, occupy the highest ranks because they are free to command the greatest things.
They're free to command their free will.
This is very good information. I never thought I would be studying battle strategy or ranking in the military. This is great knowledge and information. I really like this a lot.
What? Have you not enjoyed the other classes?
I have. I really, let me tell you about my favorite one that I had. My first class that I got into when I was here, Sylvia, was a little Tinker's class. And they were building, guess what they were building? Simple clocks. And I was so excited for that. And I got to teach them how we build simple clocks back in the workshop at home. And they really liked the method. They still, they just won't take me up on my fire gilding offer. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, no, this place is, I'm glad we're here. It's just really great, man.
It is therefore the responsibility of the few to restore this proper balance to social and political organization and to appreciate that the mass is there to serve them in their quest for heightened nobility.
Ooh, that is a very familiar ideal.
Yes, it sounds terrifying to me. Mr. World, does it seem as if the rest of the student body is just totally questioning this? Is anybody raising an eyebrow?
There's eyebrows raised. There's nods. They haven't opened for discussion yet.
Okay.
And you see, there is a mixed response.
Mixed response. Mixed response.
Who looks like they're agreeing with this and who looks like they're disagreeing?
Well, yeah, so you live in this space where you've got think about the world that you're in right now. You've got this highly individualized segment of artists, and then you've got quite close to this region, you've got Harboron, where uniformity, scalability, standardization, rigor is very important. So as the class goes on, a discussion begins about exactly that there's a hierarchy within a military organization, and that too much standardization leads to lack of improvisation, and that standardization was useless in a place like Esmeralda when the entire army was laid to waste. What the world needs are people to transcend that hierarchy, to truly become heroes, to step outside of the natural order of things and to create new orders. But also the argument comes back to, yes, but not everyone can attain that level. And those that attain that level should not be burdened with such trivial things as figuring out how to eat, figuring out, how what their clothes should be. Those things should be subordinate and taken care of for them. So there is a transcendent natural order of heroes that are above the leaders. The leaders command the populace does what the leaders say, but the heroes are independent of all of that.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people in here who are arguing, though, equality, egalitarianism. That's a big pushback here, because I think that there's a lot of these people grew up in Matria, and they were taught that every life is sacred, every person has value. So there's a natural sort of debate happening here.
Yeah.
Well, if I want to put my 2 cents in, rigor and standard on the field of battle works when it comes to open field battle. It does not work in a forest or a swamp. It'll work in a jungle. What you need to do is have both. You need to be able to improvise when the situation calls for it, but have rigor in an open field, open situation, or your individualism will be crushed. So it's a fine line between what do you do. Are you independent, or are you together, fighting as one unit? There's no one simple answer. That's my 2 cents. Hey guys, we can be the heroes they're looking for.
Honestly, I think I side more with the idea of heroes are kind of outside of this. I think it has a point.
Well, I'm just, this hero worship is always dangerous. It almost sounds like the hero should just make all the decisions for the rest of us and then let us figure out how it's done. I mean, what if the heroes decide that everybody should have a certain sort of haircut? I mean,
but if the hero is too bogged down with day-to-day administration of the government, how are you will quickly not become a hero anymore.
Yes, and I bet the heroes' children will be heroes in the future as well. And then all the other people will just look around and wait for the heroes to tell them what to do. That's my 2 cents.
Okay, The conversation gets heated at times. There's a lot of good debate. It's very good stuff. Class is dismissed, and you walk out into the main lobby, and you hear the following: a very tired, dusty, young person walks in, and you see one of the people that are standing by the stairway to the second floor. Helgrim, how did the visit go? I never made it inside the entrance, unfortunately. What? Why? There was a locked, some sort of combination. I couldn't sort it. What do you mean? Well, we fought through the courtyard, past the clock tower obelisk, and to the door, but apparently the stairway approaching had pressure plates that had to be pressed in a specific order, and we could just not figure it out. I'm very disappointed, Helgrim. As am I. We tried everything we could think of. But do you still have the map? Yes. Give it to me then. Go away.
Mr. World, was there a clock tower at the library?
There was not.
Hey, party, does this sound like a place we've been before?
It does not.
Okay. Sounds like a place I want to go.
I'm gonna approach the person who has the map now. Hi, excuse me. I'm passing through and overheard. What's the visit exactly?
You shouldn't be eavesdropping. She looks at you up and down. It's why do you want to know?
I'm curious.
What's your name, by the way? I've seen you around the last few days. What's your name?
Sylvia. It's nice to meet you. I'll offer a hand.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to our little slice of heaven. Some would say. What can I do for you again? I'm sorry.
I'm passing through, and curiosity is a horrible, horrible thing, and I just overheard about visit and this odd little challenge or whatever this person couldn't get through.
Roll a performance or deception. No, performance, persuasion. Whichever's higher.
Well, I did performance and I got an 18.
Yeah, that's what it should be, I think.
Okay.
Yes, it's we thought we would send some of our best swords, but it appears that what we needed were brains. Brains is what we needed.
Well,
apparently it's a puzzle. I don't know. Helgrim is a bit dense.
Well, maybe me and my friends could take care of whatever this visit is.
Yeah.
We're good at puzzles.
I do love a good puzzle.
Yeah. Yes.
You have
The
thieves'
best
cant?
at puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia, you have thieves' cant?
I do.
Okay. In thieves' cant, she's slyly in the middle of a random conversation that to anyone else would look like nothing. She says, She speaks about the Can and Candle Society. And ask if you've heard of it.
I will reply also in Thieves' Camp that I have not, but I am very interested right now.
She casually mentions that 9 past mayors of Broadwalk were members of the Can and Candle Society.
Ooh.
It says that if you could solve this problem for her, she might put in a word for you.
Well, I'm willing to try.
All right. She is going to hand you a map.
I will thank her and head on my way.
All right. She tells you, aside from the map, that you have to go through Escort Pass, over the mountains, through the pass to the eastern side, into the desert. You will know it when you see it. Go there and get inside, and you will know what needs to be done once you get there. The map is of the interior.
I will meet up with everyone. So, who wants to go outside of class for a field trip?
I love field trips.
We just got here and we're breaking rules already, Sylvia.
Oh my god, can we please leave?
Look. There's apparently this secret society thing here, and this could be good for us.
Do they play these lutes? Everywhere I go, these boys with lutes keep trying to jam with me, whatever that means. See what I mean?
Oh, hey, Gerald. Keep up the good work. You'll get there soon.
What? Sylvia, don't encourage him.
That's how people need encouragement, Olazana. Sylvia.
Not these people.
Oh, God.
Look.
What exactly is this trip that you want to go on in the middle of the day when we should be in class in 5 minutes?
Okay, apparently there's like this. I don't know what we're due when we get there, but there's a bunch of puzzles and riddles. We might even have to fight a few things.
Well,
but we won't know what to do when we get there.
That is a strange and very cryptic and very mysterious answer to what we do when we get there. But I would say it is wise, if we wish to ingratiate ourselves with the leaders of this school, this very silly school.
We can get away from Gerald in that goddamn loot.
If he just played a little quieter, it might be better.
If he tuned his loot, it might be better.
He's still learning. He's still in the beginner class. He's still in the beginner class. I think a little bit more work and he'll finally advance further. But Gerald's not important right now. What's important is we have a map of the interior of the location. I have directions. And
Can I see this map, please? May I see the map, please?
Sure.
All right, I check out the map, Mr. Well. What are we looking at here? Before I agree. Oh, damn. Okay, a pyramid. A pyramid of evil.
You don't know it's evil. It could be a pyramid of good.
Eddie. And there's a puzzle. We're good at puzzles. And I would suspect the undead. Of course, right?
You always suspect the undead.
Yes. Well, that's who's behind the matrions.
Where is this pyramid supposed to be?
Through Escort Pass and into the desert.
Yes.
Mount Dickinson. Mount Dickinson. I'm going to do a history check. Mount Dickinson. 19.
You wouldn't know anything about it, being from Matria.
I'm going to pull a small piece of copper wire out of my leather tool belt, and I'm going to look at Sylvia with my copper wire, and I'm going to whisper into it, like kind of on the sly. And I'm going to ask her, as I cast the message cantrip, do you think this is going to help us get the book?
I nod my head.
Okay. Okay, puzzle time. I love a good puzzle. They fit together just like the cogs and wheels of a clock. Let's do it.
Adventure.
And you are so good at it.
Oh my
And
God,
there's
we can
undead.
finally leave. Okay, I'm going to start packing everybody's things.
Listen, this is
I'm kinda
tailor-made
interested.
for us.
I'm kind of interested in what the grunt is.
All right, I'm going to change my spell loadout.
So
I'm
we'll
going to hand Don all of his things.
agree to go and then go back to pack up our camp. And
Yeah, I definitely agree to go.
Olazana has already packed for us. You know, Olazana, you're making
let's talk.
such leaps and bounds with your kindness.
Let's talk more walking, Tick. Let's go.
Why
You know this is only a short trip. We will be back, right?
Yes.
It sounds like a great way to get in with the leaders of and to get the book, essentially.
We saved the lady who was in love with Maingard, right? How much more do we need to get in with her?
Well,
She may
Well, she-
not be the only one in charge.
She's
She
the one
seems
who said she had the book in her diary, which we still have.
yeah, but she's been flayed. She was being tortured.
We came here for the book, not the school.
Yeah, somehow
No.
she's getting tortured. I don't think she has the book anymore.
No, she doesn't have the book.
Some of us came for both. Just
Some of you don't have these dumb boys with their guitars following you around.
no, I have dumb boys mansplaining to me how to build things in a workshop that I grew up in. What's the difference, Olazana?
Don hits things with swords, so we like him. That's the difference. These boys are useless and they can't play their instruments.
I
There-
haven't hit anything with a sword in months, so I hit things with spears now. And
Okay.
Tick, sweetheart, if you want to fire guild my my gear, I will pay for it. I just don't want to be in the room while you do it.
I don't think you can get any more madness than has already crawled into your skull, Sir Don. All right, let's get out of here on that note.
You know he's coming with us, Tick.
All right.
All right, I'm reset as a total and complete undead slaying, furious star god worshipping old man.
And we run into fluffy unicorns when we get there. And those-
Right, we'll run into 100 elves.
Yeah. You get to the pass, escort pass, and you come out, and the terrain changes very much. You see that warm, wet ocean air that you were used to is blocked by the Spire High Mountains, and everything beyond it is dry. And you walk down through the pass.
This place is terrible. I might have preferred that college.
That sounds exactly like something
Favored terrain forest.
someone would. Yes. Yes. You walk down through the day, through the night. You walk into the eastern side. This is I think everyone's first time through. At night, you finally realize that in fact you will find where you need to go. You see, as the stars come out. The very stars of the star god come out and fill the sky, a silhouette of what first looks like a mountain, and then you realize it is not natural. It is in fact constructed. It's silhouetted. You walk, you camp, you wake up, and you arrive the next day. You arrive at the place.
Okay. What can we do to buff our whatchamacallits? Our puzzle solving, basically, so our perception, can we buff some people's perception?
Well, isn't 8 a buff?
8 is not a buff for anything of that sort. It is for health. It gives you temporary hit points, and it also raises your maximum HP.
You see that there's a sort of canyon. The very tall pyramid is actually sitting its base in a box canyon, so that the only way in is into the canyon with high walls on either side. You see an obelisk out in front with 2 sphinxes, 60 feet long each. The obelisk stands 180 feet tall, and it appears to have a clock in the top of the obelisk. It is not so much a clock tower as an obelisk with a clock face.
Is the clock ticking, Mr.
It is not ticking, and in fact, it is stuck in one spot.
Can you tell me where the 2 hands are stuck? The minute and the hour hand?
10 and 12.
10 and 12.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, that's not right. 12 and 2 ticks left of 12. So almost both straight up.
So essentially 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh boy, it looks like a doomsday clock. Does the obelisk also look like it can be doubled as a lighthouse by chance?
It does not look that way. It is an obelisk.
Okay. So the clock hands are stopped just a little after 12. Just a couple ticks after 12.
Just before 12.
Just a couple of me's before 12. Perfect. Okay. I'll write this down in my book. And also, I would like to know what the clock face looks like. Would you like me to roll for that?
Sure.
Okay. Perception, yeah?
Yep.
Ooh, terrible. 4.
All right. It is a granite obelisk with an onyx face with some sort of metal hands.
Does the top of the pyramid look like it could be a lighthouse? Because it looks like there's something on top of there.
I think it's...
You cannot tell. It is capped with some sort of metal.
Is there an entrance into the obelisk, Mr. World, or is it just...
No, there is not.
Okay. Man, I really wish I could fix that clock. I will take notes and figure it out on our way back out.
Okay, just be careful. There was something about pressure plates and a pattern.
Yeah. He was saying pressure plates and a pattern.
Right. How close do you get to the obelisk?
Let's do it, guys.
Well, let's send our scout up ahead. One of the scouts that has a good investigation.
I'd like. Yeah, I mean, my question is for whoever's going to scout: does it look like these arms have moved in the past, or are they frozen in place? Those two?
It had just stopped. I'm not really sure why. I looked, and it just looked like it stopped.
Let me ask you guys this: from what we remember of that, what was that character? Guard, something main guard, not main guard, but the person who failed going here. They said they were able to get through this part.
That's right.
Okay. So that means, okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll approach the thing. I'm not scared I'm not going to activate anything. No, we should let the puzzle solvers approach it first.
Yeah, I'll approach.
Okay, you approach and you do a perception check.
20.
20. You see that there's movement in the sphinxes. Roll for initiative. Handuk, I see a 13. Don, what'd you get?
I got 19.
19. Olazana. You want me to roll for you? Olazana? Olazana, roll. You got a 9 for initiative. Tick.
7.
What's that?
7.
7. Sylvia.
24.
24. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Sylvia, you are up. You see 6 creatures total. They are wrapped in bandages. They are desiccated. They are they're walking towards you. You've never seen anything like it, but they are undead of some sort, desiccated, wrapped in bandages.
Well, crap. I will look. I guess the 3 on the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bane.
All right.
So that is a charisma save 14.
And what kind of condition?
Bane. If they fail, then when they make an attack or saving throw, they have to roll a d4 and subtract the number.
Okay. That is charisma, right?
Yes.
Okay, all 3 failed.
And I'm just going to look back at the others. So we have a small undead problem.
Don. Gooey. Caballero de Venganza.
All right. How far away are they?
About 80 feet.
All right. I guess I'll cast Bane on the other 3.
Okay.
So same thing. Charisma save 14.
It's a Bane party. I was born in the dark. Okay, 1 saved.
All right.
Handuk.
Also, I'm going to make my... no, I'll stick with the party. Never mind.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to make a perception check.
Okay.
Or can I use actually maybe religion to see if these are undead? What type of undead these are?
Sure. Make your check.
Practices of secret cults, etc. 25.
They are desiccated desert mummies.
They're mummies of some sort.
Yes. You know that they have a dreadful glare, and you do not want to hit by them.
Do not be looking at them. I say, my friends, watch for their dreadful glare.
Stick close. Remember, being around me gives you warm, fuzzy, +2 versus all save feelings.
Okay. I will. I'm going to throw down the beacon of hope in the name of the Star God, and that basically everybody around me gets advantage on wisdom saves and death saves, and regains the maximum number of points from healing. And so, like, you see stars start coming down from the heavens and just start like hovering about us.
Holy, all right.
And I stay in the middle of the party.
Okay. Olazana.
What's the closest one?
There's 3 to the left, 3 to the right. They're all sort of 80 feet from you.
So Olazana's right in, so she's going to start on the left. She's going to cast, with her bonus action, she's going to cast Hunter's Mark on that one.
Okay.
And then she's going to shoot it. She got a 16.
There's a hit.
So that did 13 damage. And then the second one is a 23.
That's a hit.
And that did 15 damage.
All right. It's their turn. They move up. They move forward. And each of you get a dreadful glare. They give you this stink eye. Make a DC 11 wisdom saving throw. Or become frightened.
Everyone has advantage on wisdom saving throws at this point because of my beacon of hope.
And remember, within 15 feet of me, you get +2.
And if you fail by 5 or more, you are paralyzed.
I rolled a 14 off my advantage, so plus, like, already being advantaged. And
all right. I'm
good.
I'm seeing mostly saves. Sylvia.
What do you need? A 12? You said 11?
11.
Okay, I saved.
I got a 15. So
okay. You all save. They've moved up, and that's what they've done.
Fear not their gaze. Glare. Pardon me.
Tick.
My turn?
Your turn.
Perfect. Okay. So how far, there's 2 groups of them, 3 on each side, right?
Yep.
And how close together are each of these groups? Like, would you say?
They're probably 30 feet apart, the 2 groups.
30 feet apart, the 2 groups. And the individuals in the groups are about how far from each other, would you think?
Close. They're little pockets, 5 feet each.
Okay. So I am going to, I think, cast haste on Olazana. And also, I will twin cast that 1 to Olazana, 1 to Sylvia, because Don can can haste himself.
I'll lose my concentration on the main.
Oh, good point. So I will, Don and Olazana will get hasted.
Okay.
And that will be EOT for me.
All right. Sylvia.
I'm
Like
just
60 feet.
60. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot a short bow at one of them. I'll go with one of the ones on the left.
Okay. The one that's hurt?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
That's 23. So
It?
that is 19 total.
Is that a magical attack?
No.
Okay. Don. Olazana, yours was magical, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Done.
my attacks are magical.
All right. So they're 50 feet away?
60.
60?
Yep.
All right. So my speed is doubled. I'll run up 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll chuck 3 javelins at them. And then I'll run back.
All right.
So,
Hero.
yeah, definitely hero.
Nothing says hero than running up, throwing a projectile, and running back.
So I got a 19.
Okay.
Oh, wait, more than 19. I got a 28.
Yep.
A hit.
Yep.
All right. I got a 16. Does that hit?
That's a hit.
And I got a 18.
Yep. 3 hits.
All right. So damage 10.
These are magical attacks.
Nope.
Okay.
12. And 8.
Okay.
They look unfazed by it, and then I run back.
They look unfazed. Hanuk.
Starchild, Don, you must use magical weapons upon these foul undead.
I ain't throwing my only magical weapon at them.
My God. All right. Well, you've made me do it. You've made me do it. In the name of the Star God, I cast Spiritual Weapon as a 4th level spell. And that comes all these like these shooting stars come out of the sky and then like come into my hand like a big shovel, and then my shovel flies out 60 feet out. Blam!
Blam, that's a hit.
15 spiritual.
Okay.
What kind of damage does it do? Force.
Okay, force. 15 of force. Olazana.
On the hurt one.
Yep.
Have we lost Olazana?
Me?
Hey, you're back.
Oh, yeah. So if I accidentally tab out. So my first attack, I got a 17 and did 21 damage. And then this one, I got a 24 and did 20 damage. And then and then I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark over to the next one.
Okay.
And then my first attack from haste is a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And does 8 damage. Then my second attack from haste is a critical hit. It's 13. Does 39 damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and action surge. 27. Does 15 damage. And then a 30 to hit does 17 damage.
Dead!
Fuck you, mummies.
All right.
So Ulazana's just like rail gunning arrows into these things.
Good.
You just hear a tick from the back. Well, you're much better at that than playing your pan flute.
See, this was a good field trip already.
Yeah, I like this. I like this much better.
Good
right.
job, Starchild.
They
Bring
advance.
mummies instead of white boys with guitars all day.
They advance and give you a dreadful glare. Everyone save DC 11 Wisdom.
Fast.
You still have Beacon of Hope.
Yep.
So that gives you advantage on your whiz. And Don
Okay, looks
Caballero's got
I see Don. I don't see a hand duke save. I see a hand duke save. I don't see a Horizontal save.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, everyone saves. They are now 20 feet from you. They're advancing quickly. Tick.
I think we should move back 30 feet around.
How many are left, Mr. World?
What's that?
How many are left?
4 are left.
4 are left.
1 on the left, 3 on the right.
Y'all handle those ones on the right.
All right, so I need a dexterity 17 saving throw from the 3 on the right, please.
All fail.
Okay, well, that being said,
Yes.
you watch a fireball
Yes.
from my fingertips for 27 damage each.
You see that they're vulnerable to fire. Oh, so I think vulnerability is double damage, or is it full damage?
It's double damage.
Okay, 54 points each. They are burning. Their very wraps are aflame. Their wraps are aflame. Their desiccated husks inside are burning to death. They are giving you the stink eye. They are not down, but they are burning. Sylvia.
I'll go up to meet him.
Okay. To the one on the left or the 3 on the right? The 3 burning, smoldering.
I head towards the fire.
A flame, embers.
Okay. Guessing 11's gonna miss.
11 hits.
Oh.
Is it magic?
Yes, this one is.
Okay. Dead.
Ooh. And then offhand one of the others with my dagger. 11.
Hits. Dead.
And I'm gonna back away.
Heroes. Okay. Don. There's 1 on the left. There's 1 on the right, which is smoldering.
All right, I'll go for the one on the left.
Soot infested. Smoldering embers. Desiccated husk of a
Well, he's just
burning.
been pasteurized, so
He looks like a 3,000-year-old burning husk.
all right. Well, no, I'm gonna go for the one that's not burning. I'm gonna step up to him, and I'm gonna spear him up.
Okay.
So, 24.
Okay. Magic.
Magic.
Okay. That's it.
Does 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's still up.
The one on the left is absolutely up. Yep.
All right. 24 again.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
Does 12 points of damage.
Okay.
He's still up.
Is that the same spear?
That's the same spear.
How are you throwing it twice?
Oh, I ran up and I'm poking him.
You're poking him. All right. Good.
I don't throw my magic spear.
All right.
That's not a throwing spear.
Okay. That's just poking. That spear's for poking.
Last one. 15. Does that hit?
That's it.
All right. I'm going to smite him on this one. So, it does 14 points of damage. And then the smite. Hold on a second. I'll just roll it by hand. 8. 10 points of radiant.
Okay.
Was he still up?
Still up.
All right. I guess I'll invoke an opportunity attack if I run back, won't I?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll stay engaged with this guy.
That's a hero. Yeah, Handuk.
All right, so there's one coming up on the left and one coming up on the right, and Don Caballero came up and heroically jumped in front of the thing. Okay.
Jab
Okay,
him.
so my spiritual weapon comes flying across and slams into the one that Don is not fighting.
The one on the right.
Yep.
Okay.
Comes flying across. Boom. And I'm going to roll a big, 16 to hit.
It's a hit.
Okay. 10 points of damage, and I walk backwards.
Dead.
Okay.
Falls to the ground, smoldering.
I walk back
Smelling
30 feet.
Vaguely of pine tar and 3,500-year-old spices.
All right,
Lozana.
and then I call back my spiritual hammer into my hand.
Okay, I'm gonna use my
spiritual shovel.
Hammer.
my bonus
Shovel.
action to move Hunter's Mark onto the remaining mummy, and then get a 19 to hit him
To hit.
and do 20 damage.
Okay.
Then a 17 to hit him,
To hit.
and I do 20 damage again.
Dead.
And then with haste, I'm
They're
going
all
to
dead.
shoot him
They're all
again.
dead. They're
I'm
all
just going to
dead.
keep shooting them because fuck them.
Okay. Keep shooting. All right. You see before you, between the two sphinxes, there is a stairway. It is wide. It is flat. It is not steep. It is wide and flat, and it is made of stone. It leads up to an entrance doorway.
Hey, I got a question. Do the mummies have anything on them?
Don, we are not looting the mummies.
I'll loot the mummies.
I would be careful touching their bodies. They're known to carry horrible ancient curses and diseases.
I ain't afraid of that.
Your Alvis will protect you. I have a question. I'm gonna look back at the clock. Does it look like the hands has changed?
The hands have not changed.
Okay.
You know, Handuk, speaking of that clock, while we were engaged in these undead, I had a thought. You know, that clock is right 2 times a day. Do you think maybe it has something to do with, the guy did say there was lots of puzzles and things like that, right?
Yes.
Maybe it has something to do, right, at those 2 times of day. Maybe the shadow from the obelisk opens the door, or the sun is shining in the right way. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking of while we were, doing the things that we do and destroying everything in front of us.
Yes, we have to remember these thoughts.
God, you're such a nerd. So cool, Tick.
You're pretty cool, Lozana. Those magical arrows, I really appreciate it. That's why we're BFFs. We complement each other in the way.
The bow's a real heartbreaker. What can I say?
It's actually a really good idea. Is there anything on the mummies?
There is, each of them has a small scarab brooch that is worth 25 gold each.
Nice.
Can someone inspect the scarab first before we pick them up and make sure it's not one of those things that crawls under your skin and possesses you?
That sounds like your job.
Well, I mean, I think I'm the only person suited to be like handling mummies. So I could do that in my own idiotic way.
I'm excited to find out what that means.
I'm immune to disease.
Well, I knew that.
Okay, you have fun with that. I'm going to examine the door.
Be careful walking up. Pay attention to where you're.
Okay, you can walk right up to the door. There are. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Wait, that stairway was supposed to.
There
Stones
are 9.
were dangerous.
There are 9 stairs. There are 6 pressure plates on each stair. Each horizontal stair, there are 6 pressure plates. There are 9 stairs total. 9 times 6, there are 54 total pressure plates.
There's 9 sets of steps with 6 pressure plates on each step.
Yes. So Heading vertically, there are 9 different steps and 6 wide.
Mr. World, I'll pour some of my whiskey all over the scarabs. And they're gold, right? What are they made out of?
They are partly gold. There's a little onyx in each.
Alright, I'll pour a little bit of whiskey on them, rub them in really good, then let them all on fire real quick to help purify them, and then I'll hand everybody a scarab.
All right. As you're doing that, the mummies, not those mummies, but 6 more mummies come out of the Sphinx. Roll initiative.
Sorry, guys. I thought this might be a key, but it's just a curse.
I got a 22.
It might have nothing to do with anything you're doing, Don.
I named this encounter A Face Only a Mummy Could Love. All right, give me initiative.
22.
Don. Okay. 22.
I'm 18.
18. Anuk.
2.
2. Let's see it. Tick.
15.
15. Sylvia.
17.
We should have the advantage on initiative no matter what because they're undead.
Yeah, but they're not so pedestrian as that.
Not so pedestrian as that.
Well, Zana.
God damn it. It's a setup. Kill the gnome.
All right, you are now near the stairwell. They are coming at you from either side from the sphinxes. They are 20 feet from you.
Is haste still up?
How long does haste last?
Only a minute.
What's that?
Only a minute.
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to drink one of our potions of haste then.
Okay.
And move my bonus, move my hunter's mark, which lasts an hour, to a mummy. And then shoot said mummy. 15 and 16 to hit.
Okay, those are hits.
The first one does 18 damage. And the second one does 18 damage.
Okay.
And
Next.
then I'm going to Misty Step up to the top of the stairs.
To the top of the stairs. Don.
How far away are these things now?
20 feet.
20 feet. All right. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. And I'm going to move up to one of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to start poking them. Oh, wait,
Poking 'em.
not that Hunter's Mark. I want the first.
Hit him with the pointy end.
I'll hit him with the pointy end.
One of the hurt ones? The hurt one or another one? What are we doing here?
I'll do the hurt one.
Creating a front? Okay.
He's up to a double and up hunter's mark. I like it. He's super hunted.
All right, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not that one. Sorry, that one. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Plus 6. I'll just roll that by hand. Plus 2 more points of damage. All magic. Is he still up?
He's still up.
Okay, so that's 18 for the next one.
Hit.
Does
Dead!
all right, and then I'll shift it over to the one nearby, and then I will hit. Oh wait, no, I don't have haste anymore.
Okay. Sylvia.
You guys got this. And I examined the steps to see if there's anything special.
Yes,
About
this
these.
makes total sense. They're just going to keep coming out until we've solved this puzzle.
Yeah, I'm examining the steps and the pressure points, seeing if there's anything special about any of these. And a 15 investigation on that.
Okay, what are you exactly doing?
I'm looking, seeing if like there's any markings or anything on these pressure points.
Yes, there are. You did an investigation roll. What was your investigation roll?
15. It was a 15.
Okay. They're at the very top of the stairs, in front of the door. There are letters above on the top step. They are like embossed into the stone. It's very dusty, but they could be cleaned off to read what it says.
Oh, what a coincidence! I'm up there, Sylvia. Tell me to do that.
Okay, yeah. Olazada, dust off that step right there. Yes, yeah, right there, right there.
Okay, did it?
Yeah.
Tick.
Okay, so while my two friends are examining the stairs, we still have, what, 5 left or 4?
5.
You have 5 left.
All right, so I will shoot a firebolt at the one that's most damaged.
None of them are damaged, but you can hit one.
Okay, 13 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, so that'll be 13 fire damage.
26 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, it's almost like they were embalmed in pitch of some sort. Everything is flammable on them.
Perfect. I am going to do it again.
Same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
27 to hit.
That's a hit.
18 damage.
18. Burning. The smell of burning tar, maybe? It's like some sort of pitch. It smells very, very bad. Toxic.
That's the smell of Mamiya.
All right. It doesn't like it. It gives you the stink eye tick. In fact, everyone gets the stink eye. Make a save for dreadful glare, everyone. And they're going to move individually and go and attack each one of you. But each of you get a dreadful glare.
I rolled a 16, and I'm also way up on top past Sylvia.
Yeah, wasn't Sylvia not even looking back?
All right, then the 3 of you are getting. Sylvia still got you. All got to make your dreadful glare saves.
Hey, Hand Duke, do I still have advantage on wisdom saves? How long does that last?
No, that was only 1 minute. I'm about to cast it right now, though. On my turn, I'll cast that.
I fail.
All right, you failed by how much? What did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay, you just barely. So you are frightened, but you are not paralyzed.
I am not frightened.
If you fail by 5 or more, you will be paralyzed.
All right, I got to take over against these things.
It's impossible for me to fail that much.
Okay. All right. The 5 of them set upon the 3 of you at the bottom of the steps. They are attacking you with their desiccated, rotting fists. Ooh! Obviously, 3 of them are going after the cleric. Obviously, because first
We'll
one. First one does 15 points of bludgeoning damage plus 18 points of necrotic damage. You must succeed on a DC 12 Constitution save or be cursed with mummy rot.
DM, can I use a bonus action to? I am able to use a bonus. That's not a reaction, though. That is not a reaction. Okay, how much did I take? You
took 15 and 18, 33 points. 15 of it is bludgeoning. 18 is necrotic. Okay. Rotting fists. DC 12 Constitution saving throw or be cursed with mummy rot.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, you're not cursed. Now the
Can't
next
afford
one
to be
attacks you.
cursed. I don't got time to be cursed.
What's your armor class?
Who, me?
Yep.
20.
Okay. Missed. Okay. All right. Who else is down? Don, you're gonna take an attack. They don't like you either for some reason. But they're gonna miss. Tick. 19. That's a hit, right?
Yes.
All right. 10 points of bludgeoning damage plus 10 points of necrotic damage. Make a DC 12 Constitution save or be cursed with mummy rot.
Remember, you get a +2 if you're within 15 feet of me.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Mummy rats. You cannot regain hit points. Your hit point maximum decreases by 10 for every 24 hours that elapse.
Oof.
Cursed.
We'll fix you up. Don't worry.
If the curse reduces your target hit point maximum to 0, you die, and your body turns to dust. The curse lasts until removed by the remove curse spell. Okay. That is the end of their turn. Handuk.
You will not harm my companions nor my star child. Back, you evil creatures, in the name of the Star God. And I use Channel Divinity. Turn undead.
Okay.
They must do, you know what?
Is there a limit on the challenge rating?
All of them.
All of them. All right.
No, they have to make a DC 16 save or basically run for due to dash action.
Right. First one, the hurt one, saves. Second one does not save. Third one does not save. Fourth one does not save. Fifth one does not save. The only one that saves and stands firm is the burning, molten, smoldering, rotten mummy stands before you. His embers. Olazana, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move my hunter's mark to the injured one. That is not running away from my boy Handuk. And I'm going to fuck him up. 13 damage on the first one.
Okay.
22 damage on the second one.
Dead!
Okay. Now I'm just going to shoot another one that's near Handuk. Uh, 14 damage to him. And then 24 damage to him.
24, got it.
For a total of 37. And then I will wipe the dirt like Sylvia told me.
Okay. You start to wipe the dirt. You see the first one on the left is an E.
Okay.
Wait, guys. Can you say that one more time, Mr. World?
First letter is an E.
The first letter on the left or the right?
On the left.
In front of the door is an E.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Mr. World and everybody if I'm visualizing this is a matrix, a 6x9 matrix of pressure plates with an E in the middle of the top step.
No, at the top of the left, on the left side of the top step, which would be the platform in front of the door, not the 9th step.
Okay. Oh, that's totally different.
Don pulled a me and kicked himself out of the game.
Yeah, his devices aren't connected, so I don't know what to tell you. I can't let him in. All right, who's up?
I just saw. I turned the undead.
Yep.
And then I
Pulls on it, pounce on
Sylvia.
it. Turn now.
Sylvia.
I will tear part of my cloak, mage hand, and just wipe off the rest of that dust.
All right, you see the following letters at the top of the stairs in front of the door. E from left to right. E, A, D, G, B, E.
There's just 6?
6. Left to right.
Okay. And I'm just gonna start figuring out this word.
All right, Tick.
All right. And they're all running away now, right? Except for the one.
They are running away.
They are running away.
There's 4 left. They're moving away.
That only lasts for a certain amount of time, right, Handu? I believe so. Okay. So,
yes, for 1 minute. For what? No, it lasts for shit. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Turn on dead. Why? I keep seeing stuff for. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, for 1 minute, so we don't have a lot of time.
okay. So I'm just gonna are they all equal distance apart from like how far away they are, or is there one closer than the rest?
They're pretty much equal. I mean, they're moving. They're basically equal.
I'm just gonna give one a firebolt, 13 to hit.
Okay. There's one that's hurt. You gonna go on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 5 damage, doubled is 10. And that will be end of turn for Tick, as she's clearly very, very tired from that mummy rot.
Oh, the mummy rat. All right. Their turn. They move away. Okay. They move away at 20 feet. Handuk.
All right. This is what I think. I think we go. Oh, those are musical notes, aren't they? Definitely. Every awesome day goes by easy on the guitar for tuning your old guitar that way. E-A-D. So if we went, I have no idea. I just stare at the thing with like a puzzled look on my face.
Okay. Lizana.
I'm gonna keep shooting out mummies.
Okay, you keep shooting them. You kill one.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't roll a critical yet, so I'm just gonna keep moving down, hitting them 4 times a turn.
Okay.
Doing an average of 20 damage each time.
All right. Don.
Do I get a save?
No, we're past that. It's your turn.
It's my turn. I'm so scared. Am I scared about the one in front of me?
Oh, you were frightened, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you ran just in front of them. They're running from everyone else. You're running from them. So you're running down the box.
I don't have to run from them unless the spell actually says that.
I mean, that is the one way out, and you're gonna take it. But you do get to save at the end of your turn, so it's your turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna run and save.
Okay, run and save.
And I saved, it looks like.
All right.
All right,
Your turn. You turn around. You've now got 4 mummies coming at you. No,
Wait.
3.
They're running from Rob, right?
They're running from Rob.
But I was running away from them.
Yes,
So.
but you started first, so you got ahead of them down the canyon. So it looks like they're running to you. That's just how it is. Sylvia.
I'm gonna mage hand to push the leftmost plate on the 5th stair.
Yeah, they don't move. They're like embossed into the stone.
Ah.
The plates on the stairs move, but the letters do not move.
Okay. Then I will worry about this in a moment. Let's deal with mummies. Where is the closest one?
I mean, they're moving away. They're 40 feet away.
They're running away from you guys. Don and I can probably take them.
All right. And
all right. I'm gonna call it. You guys wipe them out.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Once there's distance, I feel like we're pretty good.
You wipe them out, and you wipe them out. So that's right. You stand at the stairway.
Kill for gain or shoot to maim, but we don't need a reason. The golden goose is on the loose and never out of season. Blackened pride still burns inside the shelf of bloody treason. Here's my gun for barrel of fun, for the love of living death. 2 minutes to midnight, the hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes to midnight to kill the unborn in the womb. I'm telling you.
Do an insight check.
$22.
This is not about lyrics.
Can we see your mage hand, Sylvia, or is it invisible?
no, you can see it.
Sylvia, do an insight check.
Okay. 24.
All right. What you start to realize is that the stairs are like frets on a lute. Okay. And the letters are the chords for the song 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh.
Now, there's a combination of, as you investigate further, you will see along the left side of the stairs, there are other embossed letters that represent different notes. And if you press the right combinations of those notes, you will create chords. You have to create an E chord, an A chord, a D chord, a G chord, a B chord, and an E chord in sequence to the song 2 minutes to midnight, and the door will open.
Hey, Sylvia, do you know how to play the lute?
Guys,
I know how to play.
She was at Bard College for 3 days. Of course she does.
Guys.
I actually do. So, but yeah, I'll try to play out the song.
All right, just as you do it, you see mummies come back out. After 2 more minutes, mummies come out of the sphinxes just as the door opens.
Inside.
I will go inside last, and since my hunter's mark lasts an hour, I will just keep shooting mummies until everybody's inside.
Yeah, you can close the door behind you.
It's very dramatic.
it's very dramatic.
Indiana Jones roll underneath the door as it closes.
Yeah. All right. You get in. You walk down a long corridor. Let me actually give you the visual for what you see. There you go. You're inside of the structure. You head down the corridor. There's a door at the end.
Does the map indicate somewhere it wants us to go?
It's just a map of the interior, mainly.
Oh,
Okay.
Lizana, I mean, my
There's a
dear
couple of
Star
things
Child,
marked.
remember, Sylvia told us that we were just coming here and we would know what we were to do here.
Isn't what we were to do here killing mummies? That was pretty fun.
This is good, yes, but it looks like I can say this from the map that I can analyze the strategy. This room that we go into next, we will be somewhat exposed to 2 avenues of attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace on the party, so that we all have a +10 to stealth, and tell everyone just like be quiet.
Okay. So I shouldn't pray loudly.
I mean,
All right,
if you see bad things, pray loudly. But in the
I
meantime,
will save one of my
less star godding, more sneaking.
turn undead. I'll save that. Any buffs that we should do before we start? Yes, I'm going to buff up real quick. I'm going to do Shield of Faith. And that's going to put my armor up real nice and high. I'm going to go up to 22. Oh, no, I already have the override on there. My bad. All right, I'm going to bless the Star Child.
Okay.
And I'm going to bless Don Caballero. And I'm going to bless Tick Watchman. I would bless Sylvia, but I only have.
I would do
I can only
Sylvia
do 3
instead of Kit, because sneak attack damage is a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Sylvia can, if we need to.
I
buff
don't
Kit,
trust Sylvia too much all the way. I don't fully trust Sylvia. I won't lie.
You know what? I'm not even mad about that. I'm really not.
I mean, she's a demon. I mean, she's literally a demon.
No,
So
no,
Just
sir. I
saying.
have known actual
She's not
demons.
a
I am
demon.
no demon.
She just
You have
plays one
words
on
coming
TV
out of your
sometimes.
head.
No, she just plays one on TV sometimes.
She's just a burglar. She's like the average RP person.
Oh,
Oh, good Lord. Have
I
Anyway.
hope Mummy Rock gets all of you.
No, you don't, Sylvia, because let me tell you,
I'll take care of you.
We need a burglar. That's the thing.
I should have
Damn
taken
it,
remove
boy.
curse.
Burgle
I should have known.
Stop arguing.
We should have known that there would be mummy's curse here. It's my fault as your cleric.
Handu, respect your elders and be quiet, please.
I am the elder most of the time.
Hey, the burglars try to concentrate on examining the door for traps.
Okay,
I need
I'm sorry.
silence for that. Thank you.
We're getting off. I'm just glad to be alive.
That's
Right.
it.
You see.
Okay, anyway, I cast Bless. That's all from one Bless spell. All this conflict.
All that conflict. All right, you examine the door. What was your roll?
18.
Okay, there is a trap. Here's what you see. The door, the handle of the door looks like this. And inside of it are needles. If you just try to turn it, the eyes will, the needles inside of the eyes will come get you.
Do they like work as darts or do they just come out and stay out?
Yeah, they're more like needles. They're not darts. They're needles.
Okay. Yeah, mage hand. Open door.
All right. It's also locked, but you can disable however you do it.
Yeah. I'll probably use tools to unlock it and go.
Okay. You go into a chamber. a chamber. In there is a sarcophagus. It is massive. Massive sarcophagus. Who can say? 12 feet, maybe? 14? Massive. Right in the middle of the room.
I turn and look at everyone. Do not open that. Don't touch it, nothing.
Yeah. Well,
maybe we should open it and drive iron spikes into its heart.
I will strangle you.
But what if there's something in there?
Well, it looks like it was made to hold things, so I think there probably is something in there.
You see the
careful.
The carvings on the sarcophagus are quite unique. You see pins, you see a face, you see look like ventilation
oh god
filters, and a hose and spikes. It is not what you expected.
Okay, I have a litany of things I can do right now. All right, first I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Yeah, all kinds of evil.
Okay, down the hallway to the right, is there also a feeling of undead there?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Is this entire area consecrated or desecrated in some way?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's undead for sure, obviously. All right. That's my move there, guys. I can confirm that there is undead in here. I tell you.
Now, on the right, there's going to be Eddie. I have a feeling Eddie looks like the face with the needles in the eyes. So, do we want to fight this thing first?
Hold on. I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil.
Yeah.
On all 4 of you.
You can do 4 of us?
I can.
Damn, that's good. Because I got that same spell and I was sitting there thinking, I only get 1 willing creature is protected.
Well, in combat. We're not in combat. So I can cast it.
It lasts 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now
and they
you
have
put
disadvantage, possessed, frightened. Well, couldn't it? Okay, Tick, if you did that for us, then couldn't I put this on you and then we'd be 100% covered?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
It's like if we got 3 shots of the vaccine each.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm casting it.
Also, bear in mind, Handuk, I cannot take any health back.
Are you hurt? Is anybody hurt?
She needs
a mummy rot.
She needs a greater restoration.
So I'm going to be standing near Tick and making sure Tick is safe because I can see that she's not feeling well.
Oh, no.
I'd have to rest and change spells, basically, to get that.
I'll use my defensive fighting style to distract whatever attacks her with my bow.
But I have a ton of buffs. Well, it's too late. Okay.
What are we going to do with this sarcophagus?
Well,
I'm very curious of this design. Very curious. All of these hoses and knobs and gears and things. Yeah. I would like to copy down a sketch of this into my notebook.
I'm going to look it over. I'm not going to open it, but does this look like it could function as an instrument?
No.
Okay, making sure.
I'm going to draw an arrow and be ready to shoot at anything that jumps out at us while they're looking at the sarcophagus.
Actually, is mummy rot, is that a disease?
It's a curse.
Oh, curse.
If it was a disease,
Remove curse is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah. It's a spell that wizards, warlocks, paladins, and clerics can learn.
Mr. World, how is it looking around that we're clearly not in a quote-unquote safe space, right?
No, definitely not.
We can't rest here.
No, we got
the
grunt. We got the grunt right here
grunt.
and Eddie to the right.
Let's open this sarcophagus and destroy the evil that certainly lurks within.
That is literally the last thing I want to do.
Is there any way to actually...
You know why we're here, Sylvia. We're here to totally annihilate anything in this dungeon.
Is there any way to fasten the sarcophagus shut?
If we move forward, we only leave an enemy in our 6.
Do we have room to like tie rope around the sarcophagus?
You could try. Do you try to do that?
You guys want to?
With mage hands, maybe. Let's not touch it. I've got mine too. I can use mine, and we can mage hand knot it together.
Okay, as soon as the rope touches the sarcophagus, you hear from the other room, "Grunt!" And you hear,
oh God.
And from the stairwell in front of you, a massive, massive, massive creature stands up with a helmet on.
Oh God!
It looks like this. Wearing a helmet.
So the grunt wasn't even in there.
It looks like this.
Oh my!
With dead eyes, rotting flesh beneath. Dead eyes. You can hear the filter.
Awesome. We got the BDSM umpire.
And it comes for you.
Is it within an hour of the first time I cast Hunter's Mark?
Yes.
I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark to it and shoot it.
Okay, roll initiative.
Okay, initiative we go.
We got this. We got this.
Tick,
Right.
20. Don, 2.
I got a 10.
10. On Luke.
Nice 5 here.
5. Sylvia.
13.
13. Here we go. Tick.
All right, so clearly this ginormous thing is coming for us. Is it still in the room, or has it made its way into us?
It's coming down the stairs. It's coming into the room.
All right, so
It's got massive arms. It's like the biggest, nastiest 14-foot rotting flesh, muscled. Somehow it has veined muscles with rotting flesh. Black ooze from its rotting flesh. An ochre. What would you like to do? Sorry.
I am going to put up a magical wall of force.
Okay.
Blocking that creature into into that hallway. So an invisible wall of force springs into existence at the point you choose within range.
All right.
The wall appears any orientation I choose, horizontal or vertical.
Good.
A barrier or at an angle. It can be free floating or resting on a solid surface. You can form it into a dome if I need to. It is a 1/4 inch thick. It lasts for duration of the spell. If it cuts through the creature, yada yada. So nothing can pass through the wall. It's immune to all damage and cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Ooh, that is key, isn't it?
It is.
All right. So we got to run in and kill Eddie then.
That is very key.
The wall also extends into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel through the wall.
That's very thorough.
There it is very thorough. I
am of course.
How long does this thing last?
Concentration 10 minutes.
All right, you need to like keep this thing occupied, stay in the back, and we need to go kill Eddie.
Or maybe we don't have to kill Eddie. Not everything is always we gotta kill things.
We are in here with 2 hardcore undead things. It's only gonna last for 10 minutes. Eddie's to our right. He's the master of the grunt. We need to kill him.
So after casting that, Mr. World,
yes,
I am going to hide myself in the back behind somebody so I can concentrate.
Okay. There's a tall, fine vase that you can hide behind.
Remember, you get +10 to your stealth.
Yeah, that.
All right, Sylvia.
I'm gonna pull out my lute and try to play a song and see if it will go to sleep.
It does not go to sleep.
Open up the door to our right.
The question is, do we choose to enter into another sarcophagi room when we already have one enemy at our gates?
Yes. Yes, because this is the master. It's going to buff this thing. So if this thing can't touch us, we need to go in there and we need to kill the master as soon as possible.
I have an idea. I will consult the star god, and I lay down on the ground, flat, like flat on the ground, like as an X, and I start flopping around on the ground, and I cast divination.
Divination to the star god.
Level spell.
Inside of the very vessels of the stars.
And I say, "Oh, star god, should we go to Eddie's and open his sarcophagus and steal his treasure, or should we stay here?"
Read to me the language with that.
It puts you in contact with your god or god's servant. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. It's a 4th level spell, so it's quite powerful.
It is.
And I flailed about on the ground.
What was the question again?
Should we open Eddie's sarcophagus, or will Eddie's yes? Should we open Eddie's sarcophagus, or should we stay here?
We're at the sarcophagus.
The answer is listen to the paladin.
Okay. It is clear, Don. My god favors you. We should do what you say.
I heard he's the Star Child now.
Come, Star Child, follow along with Don Caballero.
I'm staying with Tick.
All right.
No, we need you, Ozana.
We need you. We could be. Tick has this beast at her command.
Yes. We leave Tick. We all go in.
Come, Star Child.
We need to take out Eddie.
Okay.
Come, Sylvia.
I'm leaving Hunter's Mark on the big scary thing for now, so I know where it goes. In case
get in battle formation.
We don't have a battle formation.
You need to grab your loot and start a symphony of destruction. Because we're about to face Eddie.
And you might want to put a wonder wall up if you want with that loot.
I already covered the wonder wall part. I already threw it up in the air.
All right, you walk into the room and you see the sarcophagus on the ground, and behind it at the desk.
It's Eddie.
He looks at you and he says, "So you've come to die? Die with your boots on." Okay, and he attacks. It's actually his turn. Oh! Okay. First thing he's going to do is at going after the cleric. They got to go after the cleric.
I knew he was going to do it.
Constitution save. You are going to be harmed. It is nasty. You will make a DC 17 Constitution save.
Remember, you got +2.
You got a +2.
And you have protection from evil.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I have protection from evil, everybody. Don't forget.
You're going to take... Okay. Here's what you're going to do. Hold on a second. 14... Okay, you're going to take 56 points of necrotic damage. Halved on a successful saving throw.
Okay, how many points is that? 56, 28?
28 points necrotic.
Oh, crap.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, and he makes a dreadful glare at you, Handuk.
Jeez.
DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Make it. No, that's a cure wounds. Go ahead and make your save.
You have advantage.
You
Do
have
I?
advantage. Yep.
Oh, because protection from evil?
Yep.
And you also get a +2.
You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by him either.
Yep.
So that's 16, Jay? Is that a
Yep.
save?
That's a save.
All right, there it is.
All right. That is it for this turn. Next is Lizana.
Tick, if that thing gets through, you run. And then I'm going to move my hunter's mark to this scary looking thing instead of onto that big thing. And then I'm going to shoot him. 20 total.
That is a hit.
That does 14 damage. And then my second attack is an 18 total.
Okay. All notions of civility are gone from his face. How much does he do? How much did he do? 20?
Then the first one I did 20. Then this one I did 13.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I just came to a horrible realization. That I don't think we actually have protection from evil now.
It's last 10 minutes. So,
but it's a concentration.
Let me see that concentration save, boy.
But that was on tick.
Yeah, yours is only on tick. We tricked them.
Right. I didn't make it.
You didn't make your save?
No, I didn't make my concentration on ticks. Protection from evil. So tick doesn't have protection from evil.
Okay. Tick's in the other room, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Handuk, your turn.
All right. You foul beast. I will tell you now, beast. Go back to where you belong. Go back. Go back to the negative material plane from which you are just such a weak weak sauce there. And I cast Banishment on him. He must make a Charisma 16 save.
Hold on. Is there a limit? Let me read the
A Charisma 16 save, Mr. World.
What's
you attempt to send one creature you can see at range to another plane of existence. If the target is native to a plane you advance, basically he gets sent to the negative plane of existence.
Oh, natural 20. He has a. You do know that he's got advantage, but he didn't need it. Rolled a 20, and I'd like to have some sort of consequence, sort of bonus for that. But I'm not going to.
He gives me the finger.
Yeah,
and I start backing away. I'm backing away.
Yes.
I disengage.
Done.
No, I can't do that, actually.
So it's me.
Yep.
How far away is he?
Very close. 10 feet.
All right, I'm going to transfer the hunter's mark onto him.
Okay.
And I'm going to move up 10 feet. All right, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to start poking him.
Okay.
Didn't Don buy a magic sword with the dwarves? I feel like I remember him buying
It's a hit.
It's a hit?
It's a hit.
All right. So damage would be... crap. Damn it. 10 plus another 2, so that's 12. I'm going to hit him again.
Okay.
Damn it.
That's a
23.
hit.
That's a hit. So I'm going to do 13 plus 4, so that's 17.
Okay. All right. Tick.
Just stay there, sweetheart. Keep the grunt from hitting us.
Constitution check for what?
Don't I have to roll to maintain concentration?
Only if you get hit.
Oh,
No, you haven't gotten hit.
so I'm just maintaining the concentration on the wall of
Okay. All right. It is Sylvia's turn.
Couldn't have explored this more. Now we gotta fight things, and I'm just grumbling as I go to stab. That's a 14.
Okay. That's a miss.
Okay. And offhand, that also misses.
All right. It is Eddie's turn. Eddie's turn. It moves up to Handuk, and it hits Handuk with a rotting fist while also blowing
attack of opportunity, Paladin.
A whirlwind of sand. It transforms into a whirlwind of sand.
Oh.
And moves out into the main room after hitting Handuk with a rotting fist.
Don't forget he has disadvantage on that attack roll, Mr. World.
Yep, that's a hit.
Even with this
class is 20.
right.
Rotting fist.
Armor class 20. Armor class 20.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction.
Plus 21 points of necrotic damage.
I use my reaction to take 6 points of that bludgeoning damage off of
Okay.
Handu.
How
So
much
that-
bludgeoning again? 11?
That was 14 minus 6 plus
So 8.
20 point. Yep, plus 21 points of necrotic damage. Okay,
So that's
Uh,
27 points we're talking here.
that's
Okay.
29 points. That's 29 points.
Even with the thing he gave me?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, it would be 35.
I'm down!
Okay. Also, make
Brother
a DC
down!
16. DC 16 Constitution saving throw or be cursed with mummy rot.
Oh, mummy rot.
No, please pass this advantage with plus 200. Don't die on us.
If you got mummy rot, we can't even.
Oh
heal
wait,
you.
do I get? Am I still protected from evil? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't get the mummy rot. Thank God.
All right, no mummy rot. That was key, I think.
Yeah, because that means I can at least heal people.
Yeah, that was key. Okay, the grunt has its 14-foot glaive, and it is swiping, and it is pushing against this wall of force, and it is swiping. All right, the Eddie turns into a whirlwind of sand, magically transforming into a whirlwind of sand moving up to 60 feet and reverts to its natural form. Okay, I'm going to say it can't move through the wall of force while in sand form. But it's going to try.
They're trying to consolidate their forces.
I think.
He's gonna try, and it's going to fail. He cannot get through it.
Yeah, he can't get through it, but he's going to try. So he's in the room next to Tick. Okay, and it will be in. Yeah, it will be in sand mode until it gets next to Tick, and then it reverts into its normal mode. Olazana.
Okay, guys, what do you think? Do I take a sec? We have 3 haste potions. I took 1 because the mummies were on top of us. Do I take another one to fight this super mummy?
Eddie!
I think so, man.
Yeah, I think Eddie's mummy lord.
All right. So I'm going to take a second haste potion now. And then I'm going to go ham on this dude. 17 to hit.
That is barely a hit. But it
Actually,
is a hit.
15 because I'm hasted, but doesn't matter. 17 damage from that one.
Okay.
The same dice total. And that is 18 damage.
Okay.
The first haste attack is 23 total. 24 damage.
How much total damage did you do?
I did 24 and then 13, and then I don't remember. The first one was what, 14?
What kind of damage is it?
This is magical piercing damage.
Dead!
Fuck this dude.
Okay. He's dead.
And I go, Handuk! And turn around. But I'm out of
All
action,
right.
so I can't do anything else.
Okay, you see that the grunt is still pushing, shoving.
Alright, I'll go up to Handuk and I'll lay down on him. I'll be like, I'll pour some whiskey in his wounds and be like, may the Holy Spirit of Alvis heal you. And I'll rub the whiskey in his wounds and give him a whole pool of 45 lay on of hands.
All right, that's huge.
Amazing. Now, what's going on with the mummy damage and all that stuff?
I killed him.
Eddie is dead.
So his rot, I never got the. That's right, I didn't get the mummy rot.
No, you
did 45. Damn,
45.
nice. Oh yeah. Cool.
All right.
Boom.
Are we out of initiative, Mr. World, or are we still in?
No, you're not out of initiative.
Okay.
It's beaten against the wall of force. The grunt.
Maybe we should look in Eddie's tomb to find anything to fight the grunt with.
Yeah, there's nothing.
All right.
It will take up the rest of your wall of force time, though.
We're gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way instead.
Let's get in formation.
No, we don't have to do all that much like planning because they still only last a minute.
All right, Don Caballero in the front.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
I can take it for a bit.
Who goes after Don?
You? Of course, you.
No,
All
I
right.
know who went after him because you just
About
stood up.
3 minutes in.
Fuck.
About 3 minutes in. You
Vicious mockery, this thing.
You see the guardian, the grunt, wave its hand at you, and inside of the room, on your side of the wall of force, a large spectral guardian appears and hovers.
We have a library card.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay, you are 10 feet within it, and you must make a dexterity saving throw. Dex 18.
With the
Everybody?
Anybody who's in that room, tick for sure.
I got 11. Remember, you get +2, guys. If
20
you're
points.
10 feet of me. 15 feet.
Ho!
I got a 19 total.
Okay, 20 points of radiant damage, half on a successful save. So, how many people took damage?
I did.
Tick,
I did.
your save?
I got a nat 20 for 24.
All right, so
I saved on
Sylvia,
20.
you take 20. Don, you take 20. Tick, you take 10, and Olazana, you take 10, and the Guardian disappears.
Take down this wall of force. Let's fight now.
Yeah, let's not mess around with this guy. Let's just exterminate this creature. Let me cast some healing spell on myself and a couple others first. All right, I'm going to cast a second level Cure Wounds. All right, it's 15 hit points. Anybody need any healing going on here?
I took 20.
Okay, you see another Guardian of Faith.
No, just
Here
let's
in
fight.
the
Let's
room.
fight.
Everyone make a DC 18 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck this. Let's fight, guys.
We're still in initiative, right?
I got an 18 total.
Yeah, but Rob just decided to cast two spells, so he got another turn.
Take it down.
My bad. All right, I got 11, so I
Yeah, I
got it.
failed. What do I take? 20 points?
20 points. Hondo,
Okay.
you take 20 points. Who else?
I got an 18.
Okay, you take 10 points.
Super stupid.
Great.
Failed this time, so that's another 20.
Drop it, Tick.
Another 20, and it disappears.
Drop it.
Okay, yeah. If
I'm ready.
I thought we were in initiative still, so I was waiting for my turn. I can't just drop it outside of turn. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Rob.
does.
Rob decided to cast that second spell, so I fast forwarded.
The
All
old
right,
man
so
was
let's
slowing
start
you
on-
down again.
Let's start on Tick's turn. She can dismiss her concentration as a free action.
Do we need to roll initiative or are we on initiative?
Yeah, you're on. Okay, so we're gonna say it just went. So we are at Olazana,
I'm going to delay until Tick's turn.
Honduk,
I'm going to delay until Tick's turn.
Don,
I'm going to delay until Tick's turn.
Tick.
As a free action, I am going to drop my concentration on the wall of force.
Okay.
For my action on this turn, I will cast a 4th level fireball. I need a
Woo.
DC 17 dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, that's gonna be a fail.
All right. 29 fire damage.
Okay. All right. Sylvia.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Good idea.
After Sylvia, can I come back into the order?
Yep. Olazana.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it if it is expired, which it might be.
Can I?
Then I'm going to shoot him. My first roll is a natural 20. That's 10, 11, 16, 19, 27 damage. And then my second one is a 14 total because I rolled a 3. Does a 14 hit this big thing?
It does not.
Okay, so that is my turn.
I appreciate the sound of rolling dice.
To move over to Tick.
Handuk.
All right, I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope, which gives everybody advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws. And then I will back up a little bit and stand my ground.
Okay, done.
So great. You guys have all left me to fight this thing on myself.
It's your job, dude.
It's also your job.
Yeah, it's totally your job.
Check.
I'm still up there, apparently.
My job is to keep the squishy people alive.
Your job is also to stand up and fight when we need to. I'm sorry you got your ass beat by Todd Bridges last week. All right. So I'm going to...
Nothing like a 30-year reference when you have a reference you could use from last night. It's the same
Sorry
joke.
you got your ass beat like Ben Askin. Is that his name? 23. Does that hit?
There you go.
Does
That is a hit. That is a hit.
All right. And I'm going to use a big smite on this guy, man. So, do a magical weapon. Oh, roll it. Damn it. So that's 13 with, for magical spear, and then 6, 8, so that's 14, 15, 23 radiant.
Okay.
So that's a total of was that 23, 36 points of damage.
Boom goes the dynamite. All right.
And then I'm going to hit him again.
Okay.
Damn it! Roll it. 13. That misses, right?
That's a miss. Yep.
All right.
Okay. It is the Grunt's turn. You see the hand, one hand on the glaive, the other hand reaches up, and in its glove, you see a small gear, and it reaches up to the side of its head. Not a gear, like a handle for turning. And it reaches up to the side of its head. It plugs in, and it cranks in a counterclockwise fashion. It cranks, and you see the spikes go from the outside of the helmet to the inside of the helmet, and this black ooze and ochre starts dripping down the out of the eyes and down the face of the helmet, and then it swings on Don Caballero with its glaive, and that's going to be a hit.
What'd you roll?
So 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
So 25 to hit, and it's going to what you see, it did damage to itself. Okay, and that damage will be added to the damage it does to you. It is also going to use a divine smite against you. So it's going to do a bunch of damage. So give me 1 second. Okay, it is going to do 29 points of divine smite glaive vicious damage. Smash. 29 points.
All right. I'm looking hurt, guys.
Okay.
I'm bleeding out my ears.
I think he's got.
I got you.
He's got one more action. He's going to. What is he gonna do? It's gonna dispel Hunter's Mark.
Whose? Mine or his?
Yours.
Mr. World,
Yep.
I'm going to take a reaction to that, dispel magic, and counterspell it.
You're gonna counterspell a dispel magic action.
I am.
Wow.
We need that smart.
All right. It's a straight up wizard duel. All right.
Doesn't matter. My hunter's mark is going away anyway.
Yeah, but it was going to be on Olazana's.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. It is officially Tick's turn.
Question about the curse. I can take heals, but can I have temporary hit points?
Hold on.
Temporary is like one thing. It's not
different.
real hit points. Yeah, it is different. She should have them.
Let me give it a quick read. Give me a second. Cannot regain hit points, and your hit point maximum decreases. So it is an addition. It is not regaining. It is not a heal. It adds to your maximum. So yes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't add to your maximum. It's like a little shield.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. So I am going to cast Aid. Yeah, Aid. I am going to up to 3 creatures within range, myself included. So I'm going to cast it at 4th level, which is going to give me 15 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And it is also going to increase my maximum hit points by the duration for.
Cannot do that.
Okay, I won't take that. And then I will give that also to Don, because I can go up to 3.
Okay.
So you're going to get 15 temporary hit points and an increase of 5 to your maximum HP total for the next 8 hours. And I also will give that to Handuk.
Here's your buddy.
And I will move myself back down the staircase towards the door, so I'm out of that room.
Okay.
Good.
You got to be able to see him, or I'm gonna lose my.
You're going to be within glaive, so you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Then don't do that.
What? Already done. It's already done. That's a hit.
Jesus.
All right. Well,
wait. He gets to reroll 1s on damage. That's going to be a 5.
Oh no, she doesn't have
5 plus 4, 9 points.
9 points only?
Yep.
You're lucky you didn't get smited.
I'm glad I got that temporary HP because that would have killed me.
The smites are nasty too, man.
Okay. Yeah, that smite was nasty. It is now Sylvia's turn.
I will turn to Olazana. Okay, I need your aim to be true right now. Can you hit that thing? Please and thank you. Bardic Inspiration. And then I turn to the grunt to go, what is your deal, you BDSM reject? Seriously, what is it? Vicious Mockery, Wisdom Save, 14.
Okay. Okay, that's going to be it. It's going to be a... hold on.
What die is that, Sylvia?
That's a D6. Yeah, that's a D6. You can add it to ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
All right, he fails. What? How much does he take?
Okay, he's gonna take.
Wait, does it have to know the No, it knows the language. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need to understand me. It's going to take 7 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Olazana.
Okay. I'm going to attack him. 24.
It's a hit.
Does 12 damage. And then 27 is going to probably hit. And that does 17 damage.
Okay. Duke.
In the name of the very star god. Creature, you are against the entire universe, and I will summon it against you. All of a sudden, these star beams start coming into the room, and it's like a spectral guardian appears and hovers in front of this guy. And it stands like right in front of between me and the creature. And it's basically moving right into the area of the creature. It's a sword-wielding spaceman.
Okay. Sword-wielding spaceman. Okay. All right, he's got to do what? Make a save?
If he moves within this area,
okay,
he must make a dexterity saving throw at 16 or take 20 radiant damage or half on a successful.
Gonna take it.
I think it's the same thing you were doing to me.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Don.
Hold on 1 minute. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, it's your turn, Don.
All right, I'm attacking, of course, with my spear bleeding out my ears.
Oh, I didn't heal Don. I was supposed to heal Don.
You didn't. Do damage to this guy. 23, does that hit?
That's a hit.
All right, and I'm also going to do a big smite. So, why is that 5? Hold on, that messed up. All right, so that is 23 radiant damage.
Okay.
And hold on a second. God damn it. $23 radiant and a big 9 points of magic.
Okay.
So it'd be and then I'm gonna attack again. God damn it.
God damn it.
That's 29, so that's a hit.
It's a hit.
And the damage is 11 more points.
Okay. All right. Now it's the grunt's turn. You see it was very hurt, and it takes its hand and it puts it in front of its face, and you see, you've never seen it before, but some sort of black purple light goes into its eyes, and it gets stronger, and then it swings the glaive at Don
with disadvantage.
Oh, it rolled a 19 and a 20. So
Rude.
it is tough.
That's real rude.
It's tough.
That's
Okay.
rude.
All right. Okay, it is going to hit 14 points of glaive damage plus it's going to divine smite you for another 10 points of radiant damage. Hold on. Yep. So you did what? 14 plus 10?
24.
Yep. And it has restored some of its hit points.
All right. I'm also now bleeding out my eyes.
All right, I'm really sorry I didn't heal you last turn. I just kind of got distracted.
Kill this thing, dude.
Tick.
I am going to use my bonus action to regain a spell slot.
Okay.
I am going to take back a 3rd level spell slot. And then I'm going to cast Slow.
All right.
I need a wisdom save, please.
Okay. I think that's a save, so it's going to be a 17.
Oh, meets it, beats it.
Yep.
All right, so let me see if it passes. I think nothing happens if it passes. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, Sylvia.
I tap Dawn on the shoulder. Okay, Dawn. No. You got to keep up. That's 13 points of healing from a cure wounds, and take a bardic inspiration.
All right. Lozana.
Oh, also, you get full healing from any healing because I cast Beacon of Hope.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then
Yep. So it's maximum whatever your max is.
Okay, so 16 plus 2, 18.
Stacking heals.
What was the original 13?
It was 13. It's actually 18.
Okay.
So I got a 24 and an 18 on my 2 attack rolls. Do those hit?
Both hit. 18 just hits. Oh, wait, no. 18 misses. Sorry.
Okay. So I will use my bardic inspiration on that one to make that a 24.
Yep.
So I do 19 damage, and then 14 damage to it.
Okay.
For a total of 33.
Anduk.
All right, I'm going to actually heal Don Caballero this time. It wasn't right that I didn't do that last time.
Can you do damage to it?
Well, my spectral guardian should just do damage to it right now, I guess. Right? Can we do that now? I mean, we did it on. It should just be done on his turn every time.
Yeah, it should. Does he get a save each time? Yes. Right.
Yeah, dexterity save. All right.
He fails and dies from the spectral guardian.
Nice. I'm starting. I don't mind destroying undead. I just want to do this to people.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. Don Caballero, you get 24, 33 hit points.
As the massive construct falls to the ground, the mask, otherwise known as the helm of the Iron Maiden, falls off of its face. It is very obviously very magic, and it is the reason you were sent.
Okay, I'm gonna very carefully mage hand that into my bag.
Okay, you do it. Helm of the Iron
we
Maiden.
can't just hand this over.
Helm of the Iron Maiden. Hold on, let me give it to you. It is. Give me 1 second. It acts as a helm of brilliance. No, it doesn't.
We're not giving it back then.
No. It acts as a helm +2. However, it grants the following benefit: the wearer can choose to take damage to themselves up to 20 points of damage and add that to an attack to their damage dealt on any attack. So when it screwed in, it took 12 points of damage and then added another 12 points onto Don. But you guys were whittling it down so much it couldn't do that more than once.
I feel like we want Don to have this.
Yeah.
To have this.
Yeah.
It is the helm of the Iron Maiden. Shout out to Charles Gregory Snow, his idea.
Is that all it does?
That's what it does.
Is that it?
That's
Plus
kind
your
of
AC
shitty.
And it's plus your AC and then like burn your hit points to fuck shit up. That's real good.
I mean, it would be great against a high-level magic user that doesn't have that many hit points, but like, that's not something you're out crank in all the time.
All right, we'll turn it in. That's what they sent you here for.
I mean, I gotta ask you also, Mr. World, is this your like catcher's mask and Murder Town High?
I just told you who came up with this.
I know, but it looks like a catcher's mask.
Okay, well.
And you're the catcher at Murder Town High.
Sorry, I never played catcher. What are you talking about?
So, a very hurt, very, very, very ill Tig is suggesting that we look through the rest of this place and see if there's anything of interest and get out. Because
yeah, there are 5 diamonds. There are 2 golden feline statues that are worth 500 gold pieces each. And what else? That's it. Oh, the glaive is a vicious glaive. Let's not leave that out. A vicious glaive.
I'll take that glaive.
Okay, when you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 7 points of damage. 1d10 damage. A vicious magical glaive.
It's a pole arm too, right?
Yeah, that's great for me because it extends my reach of my defensive fighting style.
10-foot reach.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
The library card is good, but this is better.
Okay, let's go get Tick some help now. Yes.
So let's. I have an idea. We can go to Kindermunt. I can get us there quickly. That's probably the safest bet. We don't really have time to rest, so Hanut can read his book.
Yeah. We have to remove the curse before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of weapons do you have, Olazana?
So
you're getting the glaive.
You can take the glaive actually, because like I cannot hit as well with it as I can hit with my scimitar.
It's kind of a moot point then. Like
so the glaive does D10 damage, so it's better for you hitting than the spear is.
Is there anything we can trade to the dwarves with this glaive?
Yeah, we're going to the dwarves. We'll be able to sell this stuff.
The world, while they're spending this time talking about weapons, I will be casting outside. Well, actually, where we're at right now is fine. Teleportation circle.
Okay.
10-foot diameter.
All right.
The big clockwork cog will appear on the ground, and we'll step in and go to fix it up.
Please, Tick, try to take your patrons, see if they can trade the vicious glaive for like one-handed weapons that are magical also.
Yeah, well,
you teleport into Tick's Nook.
Yep.
There you are. You are safe.
Now we're going to go to the artisans, and Don, who is charming and charismatic, is going to try to get something out of this glaive.
Can I get not dead first before we?
Yeah,
I'm dragging Wig off to a cleric. That is
I
what
immediately I say just wait here, and I take my rest. And while Tick is waiting, I say keep her alive. Keep put wet cloths on her forehead. I'll be back. As soon as I come back, I start meditating, and then I cast remove curse on her.
I'm pretty sure there's a cleric somewhere in this town that would know.
Oh, you can't trust those people.
Tick can.
I'm gonna go find someone now.
The vicious glaive is worth 370 gold pieces.
That's it.
That's what it's worth.
That's 370 more gold pieces than we didn't have.
Don't trust that. You can't trust anything.
Can we trade it for like a +1 longsword?
It is not a +1. You can buy a +1 longsword.
For how much?
Let me check.
I don't have any armor.
I'm pretty sure we'll have to look at the tape, but I'm pretty sure that we spent party money to buy you a +1 longsword already, Don.
Can I get a +1 breastplate over here? Can I get a magic breastplate over here?
Yeah, we got these statues. We need Handuk to be alive. Sylvia, do you need anything?
All right, +1 longsword is 2,310 gold pieces.
Oh, we did not have that much party money.
You did get 5 diamonds.
Okay, how much are the diamonds worth, Tick? Yeah, we went to find a cleric to remove this curse from Tick first.
You guys
Tick's like dying on the floor.
That.
Tick's dying on the floor, and we're talking about how much diamonds we got.
Really?
It's wild.
Guys.
She's coughing.
No,
There's scarabs coming out of her mouth.
You good alive people who give Sylvia and I so much of a hard time for being a burglar and a temptress.
We did that.
I'm not good. I'm not good, and I'm not giving a hard time for being a temptress or a burglar. I'm just calling a spade a spade.
+1 breastplate is 4,000 gold.
Woo!
We don't have that.
We don't got that. Listen, if you just let me sleep, I can remove this curse from you. But I need to rest.
Can I find the cleric
in your town?
You might pay a high price.
Mr. World, can I please find a cleric for Tick?
What are the chances that this place has a cleric high enough for the mummy rod? What is the remove curse?
It's a third level spell.
But it could also be a wizard, a paladin, or a warlock.
Okay, you find one.
I do.
You find one. Roll a charisma check to see if they'll do it for free.
Do I get any advantage since it's for Tick?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
If it wasn't for Tick, they wouldn't do it for free.
All right. So charisma check. That is a natural 20. That is a 24.
All right, they're going to do it for free. Remove curse.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are very worried.
As they're doing this, I say, I wouldn't have done it like that.
God damn it, Hunter.
I'm going to stop bringing you guys to my homeworld because every time
I mean, you simply have forgotten the entire litany of Johanian.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm trying to be good now, Tick.
I'm going to lift Handuk and carry him out of the room.
I'm absolutely
And therefore, your candles weren't in the correct formation either.
And on that note,